Hey everyone! So today we're talking about something huge, a massive bet to build a quantum valley that could one day rival Silicon Valley. But here's the twist. It's not in California. It's in the heart of India. This is a story about some serious ambition, deep tech, and a race to build the future. You know, we all know the story of Silicon Valley, right? It's legendary. But where is the next big tech revolution really going to be built? Well, the answer might actually surprise you. It's happening in a city called Amaravati in the Indian state of Andhra Pradesh. A truly massive project is underway to build an entire ecosystem around one of the most game-changing technologies on the planet, quantum computing. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this all down. First, we'll look at India's big picture ambition in the whole quantum race. Then we'll zoom right into the Amaravati Quantum Valley itself, see how they're actually building it, talk about the people needed to make it work, and finally connect it all to why this matters on a global scale. So first up, let's just set the stage a bit. To really get what's happening in Amaravati, you have to understand why quantum computing has suddenly become this absolutely critical strategic technology for any country that wants to be a major player on the world stage. So what even is quantum computing? Well, think of it like this. Your laptop uses bits, right? They're either a 1 or a 0. Simple. Quantum computers use what are called qubits. And here's the mind-bending part. They can be a 1 and a 0 at the exact same time. This means they can process a staggering number of possibilities all at once, solving problems that would take even our best supercomputers today thousands of years to crack. And that incredible power is really at the heart of our story today, the Amaravati Quantum Valley, or the AQV. This is Andhra Pradesh's massive answer to the global quantum race. But look, this is about so much more than just a shiny new tech park. This represents a fundamental shift in strategy. For decades, India's been a powerhouse in IT services. The whole point of the AQV is to move up that ladder, to pivot from using technology to actually creating it. We're talking about developing patents and foundational intellectual property right there in India. And let me tell you, they are moving incredibly fast. Just look at this timeline. The sense of urgency is palpable. From the first announcement to actually laying the foundation stone took less than a year. This isn't some far-off dream. It's being treated like a top national priority, and it's happening right now. And that kind of priority? Well, it's backed by some serious money. The project is aiming to pull in over $1 billion in investment. That's a number that sends a pretty clear message to the rest of the world about just how big this ambition really is. Okay, so having a bold vision and a lot of cash is a fantastic start. But how do you actually, build a world-class tech hub completely from scratch? The whole strategy here is to create a fully baked, totally integrated ecosystem. And right at the very center of this new valley will be this, one of the world's most advanced quantum computers, an IBM System 2 powered by a Heron processor. Now, this isn't just a powerful machine, it's a true national asset. It gives Indian researchers and startups the kind of raw computing power they need to compete with anyone, anywhere. And a project of this scale, you just can't do it alone. It's a massive collaboration. I mean, you've got a who's who of global tech giants, Indian industrial powerhouses, the government, and top universities all working together. This partnership is really the engine that's going to make this whole ecosystem go. But here's the really critical part. The plan isn't to just buy and use foreign tech forever. The long-term play is to build a sovereign supply chain right there in India. That means developing everything from the super specialized cryogenic cooling systems these computers need to the labs for testing and even creating an open testbed called Q-Chip-In to kickstart homegrown hardware innovation. Of course, all this incredible hardware is pretty much useless without the brain power to actually run it. And that's why a huge part of the AQV's mission is all about nurturing a new generation of quantum experts. And the target is just massive. They want to train over 50,000 students through specialized programs. The idea is to build a deep, sustainable pipeline of talent that can keep this whole ecosystem humming for decades to come. A huge piece of that plan is India's first ever dedicated quantum and AI university campus. You can see the curriculum here is designed to cover the entire quantum stack, everything from writing the super complex algorithms to the really intricate hardware engineering you need to physically build the machines. So what's the ultimate payoff for all this investment in people? Well, it's high-value jobs. The ecosystem is projected to create over 100,000 of them, which could totally transform the economy of Amaravati and the whole region. All right, so let's zoom out for a second and tie this all together. We've seen the vision, we've seen the hardware, and we've seen the human element. But what does it all really mean for India and for the rest of the world? Well, it's really important to see that the Amaravati project isn't just happening in a bubble. It's a key piece, a cornerstone of India's much larger national quantum mission, a huge federal program that's all about making sure the country can stand on its own 2 feet in this absolutely critical field. And why is it so critical? Because quantum technology is set to completely revolutionize pretty much every major industry you can think of, from creating new medicines and healthcare and unbreakable codes for defense, to building way better financial models and simulating climate change. The applications are just immense. And honestly, this quote from Andhra Pradesh's chief minister just perfectly captures the sheer scale of the ambition. This isn't about building a little regional hub. It's a direct shot, a statement of intent to create a brand new global center of gravity for technology. And they've put a number on it. The goal is crystal clear. By the end of this decade, the vision is for Amaravati's Quantum Valley to be talked about in the same breath as the world's top hubs, like Boston, Munich, and Tokyo. So the ambition is off the charts, the money is flowing, and the foundation is literally being laid. Now, the challenges of building an ecosystem like this from the ground up are enormous, but the potential payoff is nothing short of revolutionary. The real question is, can this incredibly audacious project in Amaravati actually be the thing that accelerates India's journey from a tech service provider to a true deep tech leader? The race is officially on.